I think a lot of people underestimate the power and the impact that you have as a content creator. And I feel like it's something that most content creators have the lack of. And you gotta think about it this way. Every time you act a certain way or you speak a certain way, to whether it be towards someone or towards something, a lot of people obviously will see that. Some will dismiss it, some will think it's funny, some will just be watching it and won't be phased by it at all. But there'll be a good sum of people that will see that moment of whatever that may be and will think, oh, that's normal. And that's usually the case for younger generations, people that are young, I mean. So you gotta be very careful how you act and behave on media in general, because you might not think about it now, but that's gonna have an effect like over time on a lot of people. Not necessarily like full on in a bad way. I mean, depending what's the sort of content that you're making. But obviously, I'm not trying to sit here and say you gotta be perfect. You know, that's not what I'm trying to say. Because I mean, no one's perfect. Everyone makes mistakes. Everyone either swears or does certain things, whatever it may be. But I don't know. I just feel like we gotta normalize a little bit on the the key important parts of being a content creator and how it affects other people, the things we say and whatnot. 'Cause I feel like people just when they make videos, like especially like the bigger names, I'm not gonna like go out of my way and mention them, but you can probably get a name when I'm saying that, like at the top of your head when I say that. You probably already got a name in your mind, like, and take that as an example. Like, is that person making the sort of content that will do something positive or make a positive impact on a lot of people? If it ain't, then it's obviously something that they're doing wrong, whether that be that their behavior or just the content itself. Because you guys might not see it, but especially if you're a big name out there, you're very popular, famous, like you're gonna influence a lot of people in what you do and how you behave. So, and that's what I'm trying to say. You gotta watch out, because if you decide to kind of just do your own thing, do whatever you want, that is gonna have consequences, and that's something that has happened to a lot of people. They had to learn the hard way. So that is why also I made this channel, made it separate from my gaming channel. I'm not distracted by playing games and then getting angry and swearing and whatnot. I'm trying to create a separate channel where I'm a little bit more like, how do I put it into words? Just a better example of myself, if that makes sense. Like show you like a different part of my character. And I mean, this is obviously something that I could have done on my main channel, just do these type of videos and obviously do gaming videos. But I said before, I I like things to be neat. I don't I wouldn't like to have my channel just like fumble with different kinds of content. I feel like that would make a lot of people confused especially if it's their first time visiting my channel. So I feel like the biggest thing for me is to learn not to swear. And obviously, it's become normalized for me for so many years that only now I'm trying to break out of it, because words have power. Everything you say has power behind it. And I'll give you a good example on this. If you were feeling upset and whatnot, like the situation that you're in, obviously, and or if you just personally feel upset with yourself and you were to say like, I'm depressed, I'm not good enough and whatnot, the more amount of times you say it, the more that's going to become a reality, and the more you're going to believe it. Like, if you can somehow constantly say positive things about yourself or just positive things in general when you're in a bad time, you're going to realize you're going to get out of that bad scenario way quicker than if you were to speak negative things while you're in a bad time. That's something I've learned as well. It's ultimately just the power of words. You gotta be careful what you say and how you say it. It's not more so the tone really, it's more just words. That including a swear in like 2 or 3 times in a sentence, you're not really getting a point across as much as you would if you were to just say your point plainly and respectively. Like, I hope you guys can understand what I'm trying to say here. But because like swears in general just have a very distracting and powerful impact when they've been spoken by a person. Like, I don't know how it is for you guys, but for me, if I hear someone swearing, that is the first thing I catch in in the sentence that someone's trying to say. And that is where I'm trying to cut swearing away from myself, like, so I wouldn't just be constantly flooded with that urge and have a bit more control in what like and how I'm speaking, not only just like to myself but also to other people. Like if I'm in public and I'm constantly swearing and there's families walking by, it's not really good, like, you know, it's not really a good example of myself. Even if no one's gonna say anything, it still does make a bit of a difference. So obviously, I'm not trying to sit here and say I've mastered or anything. I'm just hoping that from this video you guys have been more aware. Like if you're trying to start your own channel, to just be careful. And I know I say that a lot, be careful, but I mean it honestly, because the content that you're gonna try and make is gonna have some sort of impact, no matter how little it will be. Where if you were just to decide to do gaming videos and but you're constantly swearing and saying slurs and whatnot, like, even though yes, swearing is very normalized, like probably about 99 people like use swears. Like obviously it's nothing new. It's nothing like a major breakthrough downfall, but like it still has a negative impact, and it will forever will, because it's just bad words. I don't know. Maybe I'm just getting this point out across because I'm just trying to become off like a better example of being a Christian. But I mean, I'm not I'm not trying to be perfect. Like I'm being honest. Like I know I will never be perfect, but I know there's still habits that I can change, especially all the bad ones. So I mean, it's up to you guys what you do with this video. Like personally, whether you want to take this in or not, but I would just advise to like keep it in mind. That is actually all I hope for. And like with the whole content creating thing, like I I can't remember if I have mentioned it in my video on my main channel. It was something to do with how most content creators are not genuine. Like it's all about just like mainly themselves really. Like yeah, they have the views and stuff, but they'd rather put themselves first, like before the viewers. Like so that kind of connection between the creator and the community is kind of like just so wide apart. Like I said, I don't know if I mentioned it in my video on my main channel, but I'll mention it here. And I feel like that is very important, like as a content creator, because if you have so many people watching you, but you're not connecting with the people that are watching you, you know, and you like if you, especially if you're not like building some sort of like like a relationship like with your viewers, you know, like they're gonna feel very disconnected from you. They're not gonna feel related to you at all, or have any empathy or any feelings towards you. They'll just be like, oh, it's just some guy behind a camera. When I say relationship, I don't mean a literal relationship. Like, come on, guys. What makes content, being a content creator, being like special, is that you have the ability and the power to either help out people or just completely leave them aside and use it for your own gain. And obviously, anyone that does content, that's up to them to decide what they want to do. But I just hate seeing how normalized it is, how mo most people are just kind of trying to ramp up their views up just so they can start getting paid. But that's that, like if you only put yourself first in front of everyone, you're eventually gonna realize you have nothing. Even if you have all the money in the world, you're gonna realize you don't really have anything of value, like genuine value. And all I'm really doing is just trying to strive for that genuineness. That's literally it. Whether I make it or not, that's not up to me. Like, well, in a sense, like I know by constantly making videos, like I will start getting viewers up and whatnot. But I didn't like. I'm not worried about that. Like that's what I'm trying to say. Like if I were to stop making videos, yeah, obviously the channel ain't gonna progress. That'll be down. That'll be the downfall, like from our own hand. But at the end of the day, it's not the priority that is in for me. So, but that's all I gotta say about all this. So, if you guys enjoyed this video, hope you all have a wonderful day, and we'll see you on the next one. Take care.